when you're focusing with your unique talents, gifts, the skills that you're developing in those areas, it gives you energy. And all you got to do is think about that. Think about all the things that give you energy, and then all of the things that deplete your energy. These are what I'm trying to give you, is signs to know that you're not operating in your gifting. If you start participating in something and it's zapping you of your energy, you automatically know that that's not something that you should be focusing on. You may have to do it. All of us in our entrepreneurial journey, there's sometimes where we have to do, we got to be the chief cook, the bottle washer, the chef at the beginning stages, but we have to orientate our mind to know that we have to grow out of that as quickly as possible. The quicker, the better, right? Because if it turns into a habit, you just be stuck in it. And that's where a lot of us, about 85% of us as entrepreneurs who are in careers or businesses that we don't like, we built this career, we built this business, we didn't make that transition. We didn't focus on what was our unique talent, skills, and gifts. And I'm not talking about delegation, because what happens is the reason we fear delegating is because we still fear that we have to oversee the persons that we're delegating the responsibility to. That's part ego though. Nitra can't do it better than me. Well, I'm gonna let Nitra do my post, and she can't do it better than me. That ain't the idea. She ain't supposed to do it better than you. She does it to the best of her ability. And in fact, if my ego is too crazy, she's probably better, to be quite honest. But we just can't accept it and admit that somebody else can do something else in my business better than I can. And so we hold on to it. And so delegation becomes almost like we're overseeing. That's why I don't like to use the term employees. If you hear me, it's all about building up a team members or collaborators or partners or strategic alliances. I don't employ nobody. I got equal people who are on equal footing in terms of capabilities and talents. And as I just mentioned, really squash me in areas, but that's okay. I know what I'm good at, and I can appreciate the uniqueness in somebody else. So that I just wanted to make sure that we uncovered that if you're being depleted of energy, time, and this even goes, sorry about this, but even with people, this applies to people as well. If you're around somebody and all of a sudden it's like, zzz, zzz, you're like, oh, damn. You gotta make some decisions. You gotta say, okay, yeah, I can be around you. Yeah, we're gonna party, we're gonna do whatever we do, but I gotta go when it's time to go. Or else you're gonna be, office hours be coming where you come back to just get your batteries recharged. Like every week you gotta come hook your cables up to my cables so that you can go back out and deal with the rest of the week. And that's okay too. But you don't want to always be coming back. Nobody wants to drive a car and every 7 days you got to go to the mechanic and get a boost. That ain't too cool. So you kind of want to become this self-generating energy. And that's only going to come from you tapping into your God-given, because God is the ultimate source of energy. I don't think nobody on here would disagree with that. And here's the other thing, everything that God creates, it works. So why wouldn't we want to work? Why wouldn't we do things that work? But I get tired of hearing people say, I don't want to do no work. Well, that's not a function of God, because if the sun didn't work, we'd be in trouble. If the earth didn't work, we'd be in trouble. If the force of gravity, if the speed of the earth at 1,037 1/3 miles per hour, if that didn't work and it was rotating and it was drawing water up into the clouds, and then it would come down in the fine mist, and then depending upon the atmosphere, you get rain, snow, hail, right? If none of that worked, we'd be sugar, honey, iced tea out of luck. And here we are, the greatest, according to all of the scriptures, according to all of the things on the hieroglyphics and everything else. We're the greatest of his creation, and we don't want to work. We don't want to work. The challenge is the work that we've been doing has not been from our natural talent, skills, gifts. And we've been doing somebody else's work. We've been slaves for one, right? So we've been picking cotton for somebody else. We've been building somebody else's business. We've been working on their plantation. I've been at Chrysler. I've been at Ford. I've been at FedEx. I've been here. I've been there. I've been there. And the reason it doesn't give you the energy, because that's work for somebody else instead of you working for yourself. And when I say working for yourself, doesn't mean that you don't work with people or in companies. But when you understand your unique talent, skills, gifts, and your abilities, even when you work for somebody or with somebody else, it's a totally different work. Kind of like what we were just talking about with Cheryl from her win from this past week. She's still working within a company, but it's from an entrepreneurial perspective. She made her own hours. She cut her own deal. I was getting ready to say, girl got her own money. I mean, she just got her own money. She did all of that. And that's what each and every one of us is striving to do, that even if you're working within organizations or with someone else, you want to be able to go in functioning off of your strengths, your talents, your gifts. And then that allows you to go back to those 4 freedoms, to control your money, to control your time, to control the relationship. All 4 of those areas, as I mentioned in office hours, Cheryl hit on those with the last deal that she just did. The relationship, the purpose of why she was there and what she's trying to do, the money, and then her time. And it's still free for her to show up here, right? She can still come here. She'll be at office hours, and she still got other deals that she's working on. So it's about your unique talent, skills, and gifts. Let me just give you, I'm looking at the time because I want to take some questions. So let me just give you a couple resources. How many of you have heard of the Enneagram?